Good afternoon to everyone. So, in today's video, we will see the practical session of our second experiment. So, in our second experiment, we are calculating the resistance, inductance, and capacitance and surge impedance of a symmetrical and unsymmetrical lines because in the problem, we are supposed to calculate the three-phase transmission line. So in three-phase transmission line, we are considering symmetric and unsymmetric. So we will see both the programs. So as the first line of our code indicates CLC, which is used to clear the command window, and next one clear all, which is used to clear the workspace. Next, I provide a display function which gives the title of my program, so simply I'm considering the calculation of resistance, inductance, capacitance, and surge impedance of three-phase transmission line. There is no need to specify this completely. You can mention whatever you require. So in display function, whatever the statement you interested to communicate with the user, you can place it. So in between these inverted commas, if I provide any statement, whatever the statement, it can be displayed. Next one, I'm taking the inputs from the user. So here I'm just taking the diameter of the conductor in centimeters and rho value, because depend upon the type of the material only resistance value depends. So rho value from the user. And next one, length of the transmission line, which is in meters I'm considering. You can mention if you're required to mention row value here. Maybe it is in ohm per ohm meter, or whatever the thing in units. Okay, once I got these values, I can calculate the radius. So from getting from the given diameter, if I divided in by half, okay, I got the radius. So since the radius diameter is in centimeters, I can convert into the meters. So I just converting it that into meters by using 10 power minus 2. I'm just multiplying the radius with 10 power minus 2. So whatever the radius I got now, it is in meters. So I already know whether the transmission is in single phase, three phase, symmetrical or unsymmetrical. The rho value, whatever the resistance value is there, it is not be changed. So R equals to rho L by A. So in MATLAB, please observe here, in MATLAB, whatever the L and 1, it may looks similar. So please aware of it. This is L, small L. So rho I already got from the user, L value I already got from the user. Whereas coming from A, since it is in a transmission line circle model, the area will be pi r square. So, okay, pi r square. So for pi, whatever this mathematical pi is there, I can represent here as 3.14, and r square you can represent as r into r, or you may go with r power 2. So for power 2, inverted v is using. So in your keyboards, if you are using the laptop or desktop, shift 6 will gives you inverted v power mode. But please remember one point, whatever the parenthesis you are using, if you are uh, it should be balanced one. If any unbalanced, that means if you are opening if you open and doesn't close, or if you close excess one, it gives one error. So while giving this parenthesis, please make sure that whenever you open any parenthesis, it should be closed. Okay, later I am taking the distance between the conductors. Okay, since it is a symmetrical one, I'm just considering only one distance. Okay, only one distance I'm considering here. So once I got the distance, for calculating this inductance, we require the GMD as well as GMR. When it is unsymmetrical, the GMD and the distance between the conductors are same, so there is no need to calculate the GMD. Whereas coming for GMR, since it is an coaxial cylindrical model, we are multiplying the total radius with 0.7788 factor. So I'm multiplying this, I'm got the GMR. So I'm substituting the inductance formula here, 2 into 10 power minus 7 log of dm by r dash, I mean r1, whatever the GMR value. Okay, now I'm substituting here for capacitance. So here also 2 pi epsilon naught by log dm by r. Here whatever the radius we are considering, it is normal radius, we never consider the GMR here. And please remember, you can write for pi as 3.14, or you may go with pi. Okay, either way it is correct, there is no issue. When next coming to this, your surge impedance will be square root by LC, square root by LC. So I'm just go with an mathematical formula, that is SQRT of L by C. Okay, later whatever the statements are there, I'm just mentioning it as an what we called just giving I mean, we are just displaying that statement. This is the resistance value, this is inductance value. Just we are displaying the statement. So for that reason, I'm considering a display function where whichever the statement I want to represent, I just mention that. Whereas next line, I'm just mentioning display of the variable. So in the first line, please observe here, in the first line, whatever the statement I want to communicate with the user, I'm communicating there. Once after communicating that statement, I am just displaying the value in that variable. For the statement, I am using the inverted commas. For the value stored in that variable, I'm not using that, I'm just simply putting the variable name. Okay, so up to here you may understand this. So now I'm run the code, please observe here. Simply run the code. Okay, once you run the code, please observe the third line. So whatever the third line you are mentioning here, the same third line is represent, I mean, you can got in your command window. Once it is got, the fourth line is executed and waiting for the user's input. Okay, so now I'm giving the input. So 1.24, already the previous problem what I'm discussed in the video. So it is asking for the row value. Since I'm assuming it as an aluminum conductor, I'm considering this. Okay, and row meters I'm assuming. And next one, length, so it is 100 kilometers. So they are asking in meters now, so I'm just giving this. And they are asking for distance between the conductors. It is symmetric 2 meters. Okay, please observe here, this is the values I got from the simulation. Okay, I got from the simulation. We will cross check these values in theoretical also. So whatever the values I got here, it is matched with theoretical. Okay, so now I go for the unsymmetrical. So please observe this code lines of code. So whatever the statements, almost apart of 4 lines of code, all the lines of the code are same. I'm just go through it. Um, Sales I got, I gave the clear all, and next I just display the statement, I mean whatever the statement I want to communicate. And later I just provided the, I mean taking the values from the diameter, row values, and length of the transmission lines. I calculated the radius, and I calculated the radius in meters. Later I calculated the resistance values. Up to here it is same as to our previous program. Now this is unsymmetrical, that means the distance between the conductors will be varies. So that's why for each and every conductor I am considering the values Once I got that one, I'm calculating the effective distance. Okay, effective distance or equivalent distance, or you may call it as GMD. Okay, I'm calculating this. Since it is in 3 conductors, it is a cube root. So I'm just taking the power of 1 by 3. Later I calculated the effective radius, and from that I'm just substituting the inductance values. Please observe here, previously it is dm, now I'm applying the d equivalent, that means effective radius, I mean effective distances. Here in capacitance also I'm just modifying d equivalent. I'm calculated all the things, and okay, I'm just displaying the values, variables. Okay, so again I go with this. So again I'm simply running my code. So please observe here, because of your CLC, your entire whatever this command window, it is cleared. So I'm just giving the inputs. Same material I'm assuming, because it will gives you some idea about how it will depends. Okay, 10 power minus 8. Okay, 100 kilometers. So for the first it is 2 meters, and next it is also 2 meters, and next it is 4 meters. So I got this. Okay, so up to here, this is the 3-phase transmission line. Okay, so this is the procedure to calculate your resistance, inductance, capacitance, and surge impedance of a 3-phase transmission, I mean symmetrical and unsymmetrical transmission lines. Okay, so please observe here, whatever the resistance value is, it is um, common. I mean it won't affected by the symmetrical and unsymmetrical transpositions. Okay, so whatever the resistance is there, it will be common, but the inductance, capacitance, or surge impedance values are differs. Okay, so already in our previous video we cross checked these values, theoretical and simulated values. I just want to hear how practically how we have to implement our code. Okay, I think with this everyone have got clear idea about it. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to everyone. So